This is Hannibal here from the Hannibal TV on YouTube with a daily wrestling slash boxing news update for you. AEW Dynamite got whooped by NXT again this week. AEW only did a 0.13 rating. NXT did a 0.15. They had the Hardys in NXT, who AEW obviously dropped the ball with. Apparently, according to Dave Meltzer, the boxing deal is a done deal for WWE and UFC being involved in this TKO boxing group that is going to be funded by the Saudi Arabia General Entertainment Authority. It's going to be based there. Dana White, Area Manuel are going to be two of the people involved with it. Apparently, there's a good chance Vince McMahon is also going to be involved with it. If he doesn't start a new wrestling company, this could be a way of TKO giving him something to do in the combat sports field that wouldn't end up being competition to him. Of course, the Vince McMahon allegations are nothing in Saudi Arabia. I mean, it's a different world over there. And Vince is the one that got TKO, the UFC, and WWE deals. Vince helped UFC get their Saudi Arabia deal and obviously started the whole Saudi Arabia collaboration with WWE, where apparently next year they're going to be making ridiculous amounts in Saudi Arabia. There's going to be at least three events in Saudi Arabia. Two of them are supposedly going to be around 55 million each. And then there's going to be the Royal Rumble, which is going to be paid more than 55 million. So they're just rolling in money. And it's not necessarily because the product itself is that good. It's just these deals that are getting made that are amazing. Tony Khan, by the way, did an interview today where he was asked by Dave Meltzer what changed his philosophy on releasing some wrestlers before their contract expired. Granted, he waited a long time, but he did release Miro, Malachi Black, Ray Phoenix before their contract expires, as well as that other guy whose name isn't coming to me right now. Tony Khan responded, everything is a case-by-case basis, and he felt like it was the right thing to do for those guys. The other guy I was thinking of was Ricky Starks. Here was a funny comment by Tony Khan when asked about the communication issues in AEW, such as the incident where Thunder Rosa had the giant botch the other week, and it came off terribly on Dynamite. He says, we're constantly looking to do better communication, but that's a great process for them. So I guess it's a great thing that they have bad communication. He also went on to say some of the things he read about the communication issues are completely untrue. He also said he made a promise to himself years ago on New Year's Eve that he was going to make great TV shows and was not going to be as nice when turning down other people's creative ideas. He says the majority of what you're seeing in AEW creatively now is by him. And he realized years ago that in some cases he should have flat out said no to people's creative ideas, but he's doing it more now. I mean, I've never been an AEW fan, but it seems terribly low right now. I mean, they're getting 0.13s for Dynamite. Rampage has been canceled. Collision a couple weeks ago got the same rating as Wipeout, which has been canceled. I don't know. And speaking of weird decisions, Meltzer's pointing out that former NWA women's star Camille signed with AEW in 2024, started being used last summer and had 6 matches, but has not wrestled since November and is apparently still under contract. So they signed this woman making God knows how much, and she's had 6 matches. Apparently, Billy Gunn and Anthony Bowens, who I've never even heard of, are 2 other of these AEW contracted wrestlers not being used right now. But for everyone that's been waiting for it, they're back using the Costco guys again this weekend. Big Boom AJ, at least, is under contract. Again, I think that overall turns off more people than it gains. I would love to see, I wish Dynamite Kid was still alive to wrestle a guy like Big Boom AJ. Natalia, and this is, I mean, some people going to AEW has been a good thing, such as Ricochet going to AEW. He made the right decision there. Natalia, well, she ended up staying in WWE. Her contract was renewed last June. A lot of people thought she should go to AEW. She's probably making better money in WWE, but I think she would have been used better in AEW. They haven't done much with her since she re-signed, and now they're putting her on independent shows. I don't know what the deals are exactly, but she's been announced for several independent shows as WWE wrestler Natalia. So it's a deal that WWE is making with these indie companies. So I do think if she had gone to AEW, she would be in the mix against Mercedes Moné and people like that. But then again, her husband, TJ Wilson, aka Tyson Kidd, is a producer in WWE. I just think, I mean, I don't think she's going to be back in the top mix in WWE if they're using her on indie shows right now. But it's just, I train with her, so it's unfortunate to see stuff like that. Colton Grundy, Tony Khan's got enough money to do whatever he wants. Exactly. And the people that are lucky enough to have these contracts where they barely have to work and are making all this money, like MJF is making massive money, reportedly over $5 million a year, and he's actually confirmed that. And he wrestled 4 times last year, and you could say he's actually nowhere near the popular. Not that he was ever a Steve Austin, but his popularity isn't what it used to be either. Anyways, guys, good for them. Good for those lucky ones. But sadly, AEW hasn't had the best effect on the indie scene overall. So let's hope the indie scene picks up. There is going to be a big indie show May 3rd at the ECW Arena. TWA One and Done, which Ric Flair is going to be appearing on. I'm going to be wrestling Super Crazy. Tessa Blanchard is also going to be on that show, and a lot of other stars. So I'm looking forward to that. Please give this video a thumbs